what social media is designed to do, and I want to make sure I'm saying this correctly, is it tries to take away your authentic thoughts and feelings about something. Look at Kendrick Lamar and Drake, for example. We all saw that concert that happened, right? Phenomenal concert on Juneteenth.
Biggest thing in hip hop, probably.
Yes.
In the last year?
Absolutely. Biggest thing in hip hop, the most thought out, strategic battle we've seen in a very long time.
Right.
I personally think that Kendrick won that battle. I personally think that Kendrick holds the crown. But what social media is not going to do is make me feel like I can't still like Drake.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because that's what, if you pay attention to the comments, and like when I'm having conversations with younger kids and they're talking to me about Drake, like 3 months ago, everybody was hitting me for a ticket to a show, but now it's like,
it's super immature, right? So like I do look at it like I kind of joke around my daughter because of that same thing, right? You know, we all believe that Kendrick won, right? But and she's in the car rapping the song, right? But I specifically remember 6 months, 3 months, whatever it was, you were begging me for Drake tickets. And you went to the Drake show. So it's like you're still a fan of Drake. You're just, in your mind, you're on this right now. And that is the social media thing. Look, I enjoy the trolling. I'm not even going to front. Sometimes I think it crosses the line. And it gets mean and it becomes cyberbullying. And I think we have to be careful with that because of people. But Drake is a big troll himself. So it's like everything that's happening, you brought it on yourself. Now, I'm still a fan of Drake, you know?
Right.
Would I say that the Kendrick battle made me look at him different? No, because I kind of, even in being a fan of his, I kind of always felt that way about him. I always felt like he was a specific type of artist. And it's not to take any credit away from him, right? But I look at Kendrick and Drake as two very different artists. And I've always just having this authentic, you know, appreciation for hip hop and lyricism. And I've always kind of leaned more to the Kendrick side.
But you're also leaning towards Kendrick because you can appreciate a level of consciousness that Kendrick brings to music and to culture. Like Mr. Morale and Big Stepper is probably my favorite album to date from Kendrick Lamar because it was so personal, it was so deep, and it made you think and open up your conscience. I appreciate Drake because Drake makes me want to dance, sing, and have a good time.
Well, Drake's a hell of a songwriter, regardless of what people want to say.
And people say, oh, he doesn't write all, but Drake
he's a
writes
songwriter.
a lot for a lot of artists. He might not write all his hits. No artist, by the way, writes their music 100%. Let's just put that out there. But
well, there may be a couple.
Man, it is 100%. There's 100%.
Right.
All right, Kim, I'll let you have that one.
I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
I'll let you have that one. But let me just say this, like, I can appreciate Drake for putting on the gloves and getting into the ring and boxing. I can appreciate him doing that for the culture.
Yeah, and he's absolutely going to take credit for this moment that Kendrick is having.
Absolutely.
Right? He's going to, like, he pulled him out of his house.
But let's not take away from the fact that you motherfuckers will still be rocking with him and bumping his music and begging for a ticket to go to a Drake show.
Of course.
Like, stop it.
I think that
don't get it fucked up and make social media make you feel like you cannot like Drake. Stop it. I'm gonna need all of y'all to stop it.
It's the kids, though. I think it's
love him.
The younger. I think it's the younger. What do we call them? Gen Z. I think it's Gen Z. I think the Gen Zers or the Zillennials, in between millennial and Gen Z. I think they are raised differently in this day and age of social media. So I call it, and it's the era of cancel culture. It's like one thing is ready. They're ready to cancel everybody.
All Drake has to do is stick to his formula and don't let nobody trick him out his spot. See, the mistake I feel Ja Rule made when he went into that 50 Cent battle, Ja Rule changed who he was and try to be what 50 was. And that is what fucked him up. Nobody believed that Ja Rule was a tough guy.
But in music, let's just
no,
say this.
No, wait, let me finish my thought.
Go ahead, finish your thought.
All of a sudden, he had us singing, he had the girls loving him, and then it was New York popping 9 shooting. We was like, whoa, 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 whoa. You on a pop chart, you over here. We love these singy songs. We love these relationship songs. This is what the fuck we want from you, Ja Rule. We don't want you bang, 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 shoot 'em up style. And that's when I feel like Ja Rule lost his underbelly of supporters. I think Drake is smarter than that. I think Drake will stay true to his core underbelly of fans.
I think so too. But going back to John 50, in that same scenario, what did 50 do? He slid into the spot that Ja had, and he stared making Ja Rule type records.
But that's Ja Rule's fault.
But wait, let's just look at it.
Because he gave it to him on a silver platter.
I get that. I'm not debating that part, right? I'm just saying the strategy was like there was this reversal of roles, and it worked for 50. Now, when you look at Kendrick and Drake, Kendrick has never been that artist, right, that has that level of accessibility to him. And in the last week, I've seen a lot. The visibility of Kendrick has been insane. And I'm looking at it and I'm wondering, is that going to be the same flip?
But he said it himself. He enjoys Kendrick. He said it himself that he enjoys being private.
Yes.
He enjoys not being so public.
Yes.
So, but we saw him at the Juneteenth concert.
I will say he's a Gemini, so it's half and half. Yeah. Right? It's speaking for my Gemini
but
people out there. But
he has to come outside because you know he's putting out an album.
Right.
So he's coming outside. He did the Juneteenth concert.
It was incredible.
It was incredible.
It was strategically one of the best things a rapper has done after a battle, hands down.
And and then after that, going to his hood and shooting a music video.
Yeah, the whole LA thing was it was up for LA. It was up for LA.
But I also think too, in the battle, I feel like Kendrick had that one up on him because he had a U.S. home front. Like he had LA. Drake don't have a home here. Well, he's from Canada.
Yeah,
you know
well, Toronto's never really been. It's not that place.
But that's what I'm saying. If it would have been different, he would have had some type of energy behind him. I feel like, New York is the closest thing to Canada. It's like, but you don't claim
he's more
New
Atlanta.
York.
He's more Atlanta. If he has to claim any city,
he's the sixth guy.
He would have to go from Toronto to Atlanta.
No, I would say New York would be the closest. I wouldn't give him Atlanta.
I feel like he emulates more of the Atlanta artists than he does New York. So I feel like I could see him, going to it. Like, he's always been Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, right? So I think he didn't really tap into that the way he should have.
Well, he's the sixth god. He's gonna roll with them Canadians up there in Canada, eh?
Listen, Canada has never been that place, I love Canada. When I go up there, I'm always like, so clean up here.
It's beautiful. I love Toronto.
Clean up here.
It is very.
It's amazing.
It's like the big clean Manhattan.
Yeah,
I love Canada.
But
too.
it just never had
that.
To me, culturally, it just never had that identity.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And you always had to come from Canada and kind of adopt another region's swag. Yeah.
But I say that to say I think Kendrick having a home base,
right,
LA, I think it did help him in that battle.
Absolutely. And he pulled out all the stops, the Dr. Dre intro and all of that.
Yeah.
And that was great, It
was great. It was great for hip hop. It was great for Juneteenth.
A lot of points up for Kendrick.
Kendrick definitely wears the crown right now, hands down.
Yes.
Undisputed. Won that battle.
But the crown is heavy.
The crown is heavy. What you gonna do with that crown?
Listen, once you have it on, you already know.
Yeah.
So, but I think he did a really good job in everything and all the moves he's made after, and I think Not Like Us is. I'm trying to think if there's ever been such a culturally relevant diss song like that. Like
Back to Back was a big record,
but it wasn't like Not Like Us.
Back.
Yeah,
nah,
but it
was
didn't
a
have
big
that
record. It was in the clubs. It was
a
being
big record,
spun on
but
the radio.
Not Like Us is something different. I've never seen that sort of infectious viral move of a diss record. Mm-hmm. Usually a diss record is like you listening to the diss and you're like, oh, and you hear it. I mean, he did a diss record and then danced all over the country. The entire country danced. You know what I'm saying? On Drake like that. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Well, speaking of crazy.
Because has there been a diss record with a dance? I don't think there's ever been a diss record with a dance. And that's crazy. Like the way that was thought out, like I'm gonna diss him, then I'm gonna diss him again, I'm gonna drop it on this, like everything strategically, and then I'm gonna dance on his ass. That was crazy.
Yeah.
So he won.